has phase rush and you charm him into it, he runs at you really fast, but you charm him very, very quickly. I discovered this last night. So you got to be very careful with when you're throwing in that charm. If he decides to go with the phase rush, he might of course go with the unsealed spellbook. It could be either or. But the Jax has been locked in. Pretty decent counter into the graves. But I have seen in the early stages that the Jax gets caught out by the minions. So LWX, sadly for him though, is going to have to fully forfeit. No, LWX, you saw him. You knew he was coming, and you're going to have to try and survive this as best you possibly can. They are going to put Chris underneath the turret, who almost goes down. But first blood goes over the way, but he gets traded back. Care did have the TP. I feel like FPX thought they had an opportunity there to try and maybe turn that into more, but still a kill for a kill. Too bad as Hong just hanging around, but Wei shadowing the big old Nautilus, and now might find himself in a little bit of trouble. Did not get the pillar just beside the corridors, so isn't going to quite catch him out, but now it's going to be a full 4v4 as we can see now. Wei going to go down. No, they're going to take away the jungle as Wei so close to going down. Now Jinx can get excited. Fofo is still doing plenty of damage as Hong tries to keep himself alive, but it's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of BLG. They are starting to pick up the pace in this early game.
And I have to say it, right? We talked about this.
Top side Hong though.
Imagine how cool it'd be if you could put your pillar in the realm warp, but it got teleported too.
That would be really stupid. But as you've seen, I talk myself. I'm gonna stop talking about the realm wars because Doggo gets himself another kill onto Hong. That was just an easy. They just knew where he was, and he didn't.
Damage, and they actually can probably just look for the tier 2. On the other side, LWX is getting some much needed gold, but they won't even get a single tower, and he loses cleanse.
Yep, and he loses cleanse, so it's going to be pretty much all going for BLG. As we can see now, Xiaolahu going to find a big old trundle in his face as he goes get him down the subjugate. They're just going to take him down, no problems whatsoever. Jax is still pushing alone in this top side, and out of nowhere, there's a 5,000 gold lead.
Yep.
Wait.
Nice flash.
Nice flash. Also, we will just walk up and just take that tower. And speaking of just taking what they want, I will not question you anymore. You are clearly the god of information. As we can see now, Chris getting a little bit of damage on him. That's a 2-man Everfrost, but no real follow-up here. Wei's by himself. He has no flash. He has nowhere to go. LWX picks himself up a little bit of a mini shutdown as Care goes over the wall. Xiaolahu follows him, and then Care says, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm leaving. I actually just came here to say hi. And now they all back themselves away. FPX, they find an opportunity because BLG just kind of gifted to them, and Chris, oh, he's gonna be fine. No, he's not! Lollipop, lollipop, boo, lolly, 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 lollipop. That's 2 kills.
That was stone cold.
Geez, so if they try to walk up to try and contest this, they are going to line up and actually dropping the Rift Hell down. We're going to see the flash bow, the charm goes in, and Wei is dead. They drop down the Rift Hell, but the Jinx is already getting excited. They're going to try and use Doggo on this area to make this one work for them, but Crisp is almost so low. They find the charm, and it's a shutdown onto this area. Now Fofo's in a lot of trouble. He'll be zapped and taken out of nowhere. We are looking only at a 1,500 gold lead for the side of BLG, and they have lost control of this map.
That's been contested. They can just cut through where the new gaps have opened up. It makes it easier to approach, but now the setup's coming in. Breathe could be a big factor if you can find a flank, but I am looking at LWX. I'm looking at Xiaolahu. These 2 big backline carries for FPX.
Here we go, Solar Flare comes out. They're going to land the hook down as well as the Crescent Guard as they try and go into this, but the Leona is already dead. The Jinx is getting reset. They're not quite able to get Breathe on the backside, and Wei has fallen. Doggo's going forward, but I don't think he can catch up with the rest of them as Fofo going to use the Realm Whip, but eventually falls down. Breathe trying to do as much as he can on the backside, but he cannot follow away from the Jinx, who gets so much versus this team. Xiaolahu with the triple kill, and Care was perfect at distracting the enemy team.
And you know what that was? A front to back. And FPX absolutely crush it. So much damage soaked by the front line. They get the resets. Momentum comes. Yeah, and they don't have the wave clear really to work with unless Rise can get up, but he's just not being allowed. Now, they might look for an engage here.
Here we go. It's a bit scrappy, but they're going to go in. Crisp trying to make something work as Care goes into stasis. Crisp also following him in. Will fall down the Clade. As you can see, there's a Trundle going down. This area is dead, and this series is done. FPX put their stamp down and say, we are a playoff team, and we will be fighting for those last spots at the end of the split.
They claim a critical win against BLG, who were 3 wins ahead of them on the standings. Much needed. FPX on the borderline of playoff qualification, and they managed to keep their hopes alive, keep themselves in a comfortable position to contest those spots. Definitely still need some wins to go.